Hello everyone, I wanted to go over today another kind of move that you can potentially add to your bag. So I wanted to first start off with showing this build that I have. So this is a 7-foot big man with 85 mid and 77 3-point shot. Now the reason why I wanted to show this is because I actually do not have a shifty shooter. So as a 7-footer, I am ineligible for shifty shooter. I cannot get shifty shooter. So you do not need shifty shooter for this so long as you can time it right. Obviously easier said than done. Secondly, I only have 77 3-point shot. Now this move that I've shown you, I have practiced on a build that has 70 3-point shot, and it works just fine there too. It's just you obviously have to be a little more accurate with what you're doing. Now, for this, you can use, the different hop jumpers are good for different things, and I'm not going to go extensively into each one, but the one that I would recommend using is normal 2. Part of this reason is because every build can get it. Regardless of how much ball handle, regardless of how much shooting you have, you can get the normal 2 hop jumper. What I'm doing right now is on every single build, I am using the normal 2 hop jumper. And because of that, I am just kind of getting used to the animations overall. But if you're under 6'10", the Devin Booker hop jumper package is pretty good. And if you're over 6'10", or if you're 6'10" or over, the Jokic hop jumper animation is really good. And in fact is probably the best for the corner 3 I'm going to go over in this video. Okay, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the actual move itself. Alright, so the move that I wanted to talk about is similar to the hop back midi. So in my last video, I showed how we can use the hop back midi by running forward towards the basket, letting go of the left stick, and holding right trigger and down on the right stick. Like so. For this, we are again using right trigger and down on the right stick, but rather than heading towards the basket, we are actually going to head away from it. And I do this mostly in the right corner, although you can do it in the left corner. I find as somebody who is right-handed, the animation much more favors the right hand corner rather than the left corner. And it ends up looking like this. Now what I did there is I just ran to the right corner, my stick came in this direction, and then once, I was already holding right trigger, and then once I got close enough, I simply held right down on the right stick, which put me into that hop jumper animation, and then it's just a matter of timing. Now what I really like about the normal 2 hop jumper is that he squares his body up pretty good, and the release is pretty consistent each time. So I really want to stress that you don't actually need to have that high of 3 or shifty shooter or anything like that in order to do this. This is a 7-foot big man. I'll be including clips after the kind of tutorial part of the video to show me making this shot on a variety of builds and a variety of modes. This does work online, and it is a pretty reliable shot, especially when you combine it with other things. So, again, that main shot, I'll go over it again. We run to the corner, or kind of in the direction of the corner, and then we hold down on the right stick. And you can see there my tempo was slightly fast, but my push timing was excellent. It's not a shot, obviously, you can make every single time, because then it would be truly overpowered. But it is a great way to create your own 3-point look, especially if you can combine it with other moves as well. You don't even have to just do it near the in the corner like I just did right there, and it's a great one to pair with the behind the back. So we do that again. Hold on. But we can do it in the corner, and we can get a good look. We create a lot of space, and it might be harder to do this if you're on a smaller build, just because guards are able to keep up pretty quick. But certainly if you're switched onto a big, or you are a big yourself, this is a pretty easy way to get yourself an open look. Now, the other good thing about the kind of sidestep jumper, which is what I'll kind of call it, is that you don't even have to go up for the actual shot once you trigger the animation. And you can use this to open up some space for yourself. So we still hold down and right on the right stick, but rather than continuing it, we let go, and you see he does this little hesitation. And what that does is it does give you a kind of moving hesitation, so you're switching speeds. He slows down, and then you can go fast. But it also actually stops. I found it sometimes stops the defender from making contact with your body. And if you notice when you're dribbling, if you ever struggle with like making space or getting by your defender, part of that is because they probably have pretty high perimeter D, and it's hard to get by them. But if you do this kind of hop jumper move, you can sometimes stop them from making contact, and you'll have that space again. If we hold for a little longer, we again have this stop start that we can use as part of our movement. Now, the same thing kind of goes. We can reverse, or what I like to do is I like to reverse sometimes. So let's say I'm going into the corner. But then rather than going for that shot, I cross, turn around, step, and then come this way. I don't usually like doing that from the 3. I prefer doing it from the mid. But we go to the corner, we initiate the shot. Once he lands, we come back the other way and initiate the shot this way. And we'll have usually a pretty wide open look from 3. Now, as you can see, I am missing this shot somewhat consistently, and part of that is just because, you know, it's not an easy shot by any means to make. Part of it is RNG, and part of it is just because, you know, I'm not perfect. But these two combined should pretty reliably give you an open look. Now, the last kind of combo I want to talk about specifically with this is going into the left corner, because you don't want to just be stuck in the right corner. You can do a lot of the same things, but when we go into the left corner, notice how he doesn't actually put his feet behind the 3-point line. I've noticed it is a little bit harder. The only way I've consistently been able to do that is the little crossover combo like this. That seems to give a wide open corner 3, or a corner 3 off this hop jumper pretty consistently. So a lot of you are probably already familiar with the concept of the behind the back, but when we combine it with that hop jumper, again, it's just right trigger and down, and then you push forward. We gain that little bit of extra space. We're in rhythm, and we can shoot. Needless to say as well, this also becomes way easier when you have Shifty Shooter. I just wanted to showcase that I am on a non-Shifty Shooter build, and I'm still able to do it. Some of the clips that I'll be showing are me using this build, and so it is possible, regardless of what build you might end up using, even if it does get a little bit harder. So that'll about do it for the tutorial part. I hope you enjoyed. If there's anything else in particular that you'd like to see, please let me know. I have a relatively long screens video in the works, so that's going to hopefully be out soon. In that I will be breaking down screens and how to use them and stuff. Then there will be a part 2 to that video that really focuses on the defensive side of screens. So this video will end with just a few clips of me using this move in park. And yeah, just practice, get into the start. I would recommend starting in your my court and practicing it there, and then going to one of the beach courts in the city to practice it with, you know, a little more, you know, latency or whatever else there might be. But I promise it's an easier shot than it looks. It is extremely reliable, and you will not regret adding this to your bag.